This is a Butterfly's Insights with Rajni Sharma.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of a Butterfly's Insights, and today I'm going to share with you my experiences with Lasik surgery. Well, I want to start by telling you that it was in October 2014 when I was sitting around at a bar with a group of friends when the topic of eye surgery came up. I thought about eye surgery about 5 years ago, but I dismissed it very easily because the thought of having lasers being shot into your eyes was just terrifying. And that was that. I easily dismissed the idea, never really thinking about it again, even though Jason told me, you should get this LASIK surgery done, this eye surgery. Get it done so you will be free and you can see 2020 and it will be so great. But I just had too much fear to do this surgery. But it wasn't until that night when the conversation started about eye surgeries and I realized 4 of my friends had done the procedure before. And they were telling me it was one of the best decisions they had ever made in their lives. And I listened to their stories and their opinions and I got really inspired and the seed was planted. I started thinking about whether I should go in for a consult just to see if I can be a suitable candidate for this procedure. And I want to tell you guys this right off the bat. If you're just starting to think about whether you should do eye surgery or not, you should save yourself the worries and the effort by just going in and getting a consult done with the eye doctor first. Because if you ain't a suitable candidate for this procedure, nothing is going to matter. They're very strict. They will not perform the surgery on you unless you meet certain requirements, and this is really good. You have to have, for example, a certain thickness of the cornea, and there are several other conditions. I have known people who have been rejected from this procedure. So that's the first piece of advice is just go get a consult done and see if you're even qualified for one of these surgeries. Even though the seed was planted in October, it wasn't until February I finally found the courage to book an appointment. I know, it took me that long, but I had a feeling that if I went in for the consult and the doctor told me that I was suitable for this procedure, then it would be way harder for me not to do this surgery. I wanted to do the surgery, but I was afraid of all of the things that could have gone wrong, right? So anyways, I went and just like I predicted, the doctor told me, you are an excellent candidate for this surgery. And then I was thinking, okay, so now I have to really consider whether I want to do this surgery or not because I am totally able to do this surgery. So there are 2 kinds of surgeries. If you have done any bit of research, you will be familiar with these surgeries. The first one is LASIK. In this procedure, basically the doctor cuts a flap in the cornea and then shoots the beam into your eye. And then folds back the flap, and from there the eye will just regenerate those cells around the cornea and heal. In the second procedure, which is called Lasik eye surgery, it is way different. What happens is the doctor will dissolve the cornea completely. That's right, you will not have cornea after the surgery for a while. So the doctor dissolves the cornea and then shoots the laser beams into your eyes. The reason why I chose LASIK surgery was for several reasons. One, my right eye was particularly dry from wearing contact lenses for over 20 years. So I had heard that if you do LASIK surgery and if you have dry eyes, it's not really the best procedure because they cut the cornea and there are cells around your cornea which will become very, very dry. So if you already have dry eyes, then your eyes might become more dry if you do that procedure. I decided for that reason to do the LASIK surgery, as well as the fact that I don't like the idea of having a fold in my cornea. I'd rather have my cornea all regenerated again, because what happens if by any chance that your eyes get injured in a sports related injury or any kind of injury, there is that possibility that your cornea can get damaged. So I'm very conservative with my eyes. So I decided that I would go with the procedure that would take longer for post-recovery, but at the end, I wouldn't have any flaps in my cornea. Once you are a qualified candidate, you can book an appointment and they will do over 25 tests on your eyes. They will check everything. They will check your pressure, they will check the dryness of your eyes, and all the other details that are necessary for the doctor to understand for the surgery. And also what they suggest is that you do a DNA test for your eyes. And I would highly recommend to put forth that money. I think it was like about $100 just to do that DNA test, to make sure that if you do the surgery that your eyes are not going to get all burnt out. It's very, very important that you do this genetic test, in my opinion. So after all these procedures, what happens is then you can choose your date for surgery. And for myself, I finally did my surgery in June 2015. And what happened was, on the day of the surgery, they do their prep, they prepare you, they tell you what's going to happen, but the actual procedure for the surgery is very, very simple. So you go in there, you lie down, you're told to look at a red dot, and then you look at a green dot. And during that time, they shoot the laser in your eye and it's over. For my right eye, it took 28 seconds for them to shoot the laser, and then for the left eye, it took about 24 seconds. So the whole procedure itself was only 5 minutes long, and it was not painful at all. Post-surgery was a little bit more challenging, only because, like I said, the procedure that I picked, the cornea was dissolved. So what happens before the surgery is they take out some of your blood and they create a blood serum. So right after the surgery, you have to put in the blood serum into your eyes, so that will help you heal your eyes quicker. And you have to take the drops every hour for the first 2 days, because after 2 days the bottle is completed. And then also you have to take antibiotics. Antibiotics you would have to take about 3 or 4 times a day for about a few weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, depending on what your doctor tells you. And then you also have to take anti-inflammatories, and these are drops that you have to take 3 or 4 times a day for 3 or 4 months. I know it's a really long time, and you have to be very careful that you take your drops at the right time and consistently. This will really help you to recover your eyes from the surgery and heal better and faster. And of course, you have to take tear drops for 6 months post-surgery to make sure that your eyes are moist. And there are a lot of things that you need to follow if you do the LASIK surgery. For example, you should always be hydrated, drink lots of water, avoid alcohol for the first month, avoid smoky areas, make sure you are always wearing your sunglasses when you go outside for the first 6 months. And there's all sorts of other things that you need to follow in order for you to have a successful post-recovery experience. The most difficult thing for me was during the second day after the surgery, my eyes just felt uncomfortable. I never really felt a lot of pain. So if you just imagine, you're putting in all these drops into your eyes, especially right after the surgery, and you really can't read or see anything. So you have to occupy your mind with audiobooks or podcasts. And by the way, if you are thinking about doing this surgery and you're looking for a podcast, well, Jason and I, we have a podcast called Peregrination. Check it out. It's about travel and living if you're looking for a podcast. Or pick a podcast that you really enjoy listening to, because you're going to have a lot of time on your hands to be listening to a lot of podcasts or audiobooks. Like I said, it's very difficult to do anything else. So I didn't feel any pain, but I did feel discomfort, because you're not supposed to rub your eyes for at least 2 weeks, and not even supposed to get any water into your eyes. So you have to be very, very disciplined and very, very careful. So I did my eye surgery at the Dream Eye Clinic in Gangnam, and my personal experience was wonderful. The staff was very friendly. They spoke English really well. The doctor was extremely kind, and he tried to answer all my questions. And when he couldn't, my consultant, who spoke English really well, she would just translate for me. And let me tell you, I had like a lot of questions. So I was very, very satisfied with the service that this clinic provided, and they were very professional, and the equipment was very good, and the price of the surgery was also pretty good. I paid about 1.4 million won for the surgery. It was a special discount during that time. I got fairly lucky about that. And like I said before, the DNA test was 100, and then with the medications And everything altogether, I would say that I paid about 1.7 million won, which is approximately equivalent to about $1,700. So it's not bad to do LASIK surgery. So if you're thinking about doing the surgery, just think about all those things that I have said and really think about if you also have the time to do the surgery. Because with the quick procedure, yes, you take a short recovery period and everything's great from what I have heard. But if you do the LASIK surgery, it does take a long time to recover. For the first 6 weeks, your vision will fluctuate up and down. So you'll get all excited and say, hey, I can see 20/20, but then it goes back down. And that's just your eyes trying to adjust to the world. Like for me, I wasn't able to edit any of my videos for 4 months. It's only been in the past month that I have started editing my videos. Like every time I would look at the computer, my eyes would start to strain and then I'd get a headache. So if you do a lot of computer work, that could be a factor you may want to consider when you're deciding which kind of surgery is best for you. First, you will get back your far vision, and then you'll get back your close vision, and then you'll get your night vision, and lastly, the clarity will come over time. So this has been my experience with LASIK surgery, and I hope that I have provided you with some information or new information, and it helps you to make your decision as to whether you should do eye surgery and maybe which kind of eye surgery. But I am sure that you may have a lot of other questions, so what I'll do is I will put the link of the Dream Eye Clinic in the description box so you can click it and go check out their site if you're interested. Also, if you have other questions that you would like me to answer or any other kind of concerns, please write them in the comment section below. It has been 6 months for me, and I'm happy to say that I have made one of the best decisions of my life to do this surgery. Today I have 20/20 vision and I am sunglasses free, so I don't have to wear sunglasses outside and I don't have to take any more medication, so I'm very, very thrilled with that. It feels like to me still very, very surreal. I can't believe that I no longer have to wear glasses, I don't have to wear contacts, and for me, when it comes to traveling, since I'm a big traveler, it is very, very helpful because now I feel so much freer and I have to worry less about making sure that I have all the things that I need, like the eye solution, the contacts while traveling, and my glasses. So it's been a really, really good decision, and I would totally recommend doing eye surgery if you are a good candidate for it. Okay, that's it for now, and I hope that you guys will tune in for another episode of A Butterfly's Insights. Thank you for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe.